Well, it seems that Tomas Nido might not have a job with the Mets going forward. This is Ultimate Mets Workers, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into today's content video, and that is going to be about Tomas Nido and also Luis Torrens. Yes, guys. The Mets. We know that Francisco Alvarez will be back with the team soon. Definitely, but. Tomas Nido, a guy that's batting 229, has 3 home runs, hasn't been horrible, but, this guy, Luis Torrens, was picked up by the Mets and so far has made a great impression on the Mets, batting 300, hitting 2 home runs. And not just that, he is throwing out base runners at a fast rate. And that is something that the Mets struggle with ever since, Francisco Alvarez went down. But just in general, his accuracy and the way he's just been throwing has been amazing to see. And Luis Torrens, this is a small sample size, but definitely in the couple of games that he got an opportunity with the Mets to play, this guy has been a stud. This guy has been really, really good. And, maybe Luis Torrens won't be, kept by the Mets because of Tomas Nido. But just in general, the way Luis Torrens is playing right now, he has a good bat, on his shoulders. And definitely, I like the way he's hitting the ball on the opposite field. And he has some power. This guy has some power, hit 2 home runs in Washington. But the throws have been really great. The throws have been literally on point. And that is something that the Mets struggle with, and that is, keep, guys from stealing bases. And the Nationals, Luis Torrens didn't have no problem, man, and he literally threw out Jesse Winker 2 times in a series. So I think when it comes to Luis Torrens and Tomas Nido, I think Tomas Nido, is not really that much of an offensive catcher. We know that, but defensively, he's not so great either. And when it comes to Luis Torrens, also his framing has been on point. So Luis Torrens is doing a lot of good things when it comes to the Mets. And, you got Francisco Alvarez coming back. So these guys are just going to be backups. But a backup catcher is very, very important for a team. And I feel like Luis Torrens has just shown a lot of, potential, in these couple of games because his power, his arm, the way he's calling games, the way he's framing pitches. I really like Luis Torrens so far. And like I said, maybe, this is just a small sample size, and then the Mets are just going to go with Tomas Nido when Francisco Alvarez comes back, and Luis Torrens will be out of a job. But I really think this guy should get a chance, and what does that do for Tomas Nido? I really don't care much for Tomas Nido at this point. I don't think he is a really good catcher, defensively. I think he's okay. He's definitely better than Omar Narvaez, but that's not saying much, man. But when it comes to that, the Mets, I really think the Mets should go for Luis Torrens because his arm has been good, his power has been good, his bat has been good. Like, you can't really ask for more when it comes to this guy right now. And it is a small sample size. He has been in the league for 7 years. He is 28 years old, and, maybe he won't get the opportunity with the Mets going forward, but maybe he will. I don't know. I trust in David Stearns, and I trust what he's doing. And it seems like David Stearns is not scared of making hard decisions. He's not. He brought down Brett Beatty. He's really focusing on the organization and trying to make this organization better in many ways. He brought up Christian Scott early. He promoted Blade Tidwell. There's a lot of things that David Stearns is doing that is really, really good for this team. Hopefully, at least it looks so far. But it's definitely aggressive, and I love the aggressive approach from David Stearns. But yeah, man, I think Luis Torrens deserves this opportunity. I really like his bat. I like his throws. I like this guy. I really think this guy is a better backup catcher than Tomas Nido. And it is a small sample size, so take it for granted, or take it as you wish. But yeah, man, that's gonna be the video. Let me know what you guys think about Luis Torrens, what you think about Tomas Nido. Do you think that it's just a small sample size and Tomas Nido deserves to stay with the Mets, or do you think that Luis Torrens, and you've been impressed with what you've seen, and you want him to stay around with the Mets? I personally want him to stay around the Mets. That's just me. But yeah, man, got more videos on the way. Have a good one, guys. The Mets going to London soon. Stay blessed. And yeah, man, all things Mets, where usually it's Mets media. And yeah, man, I'm out of here. Have a good one.